Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the biblical virtual reality simulation. And many people would have read the Bible and would have read Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 11, but never really understand it the way I really understand it and is willing to share with you. And you see, the time is actually right for such a message like this, because this is the time of the computer age or the digital age. This is the time of the metaverse. This is the time when many can easily understand the simulation, when many can easily understand what is virtual reality. And so when you listen to the lectures of Neville Goddard and how he was taught by his mentor Abdullah the Black Mystic from Ethiopia, you would realize that there is an inner virtual reality whereby you can contact your higher self, your God self, to create your reality consciously. By you going in to this virtual reality, which is the world of possibilities, where all things are possible, where you can transmute energy into matter. And all of this is actually alchemy. But for you to understand this simulation and how we live in a virtual reality, you have to realize that everything that you behold, it is an illusion, and that the world is not what you think. Many people think the world is this solid place and all the things that they see around is actually real, but in fact it is imaginary. And that is why I'm gonna go into the Bible and show you this imaginary world written and hidden in the Bible. And the reason why it is hidden is because most people fail to realize that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. For the Bible is not literal as many people think. Neither is it secular history. Neither is it pointing you to look outwardly. And so when you realize that the Bible is a book of mind science and it is pointing you to look inwardly, you would realize that truly the kingdom of God is within you. And when you discover that the kingdom of God is within you, you will discover the secret of the creative power, and all things will be added unto you. In other words, you would realize that you came here to learn how to manipulate energy, that you came here to learn how to create, so you will discover yourself as one who has fallen asleep in a state of amnesia and who needs to be awakened. And that is why, my brother, my sisters, that these messages that you are listening to, these lectures that you have been listening to, and the many writers who would have written many books, and these subjects of awareness and of consciousness and of self-realization and self-actualization, they are all pointing you to discover who you are. They are all pointing you to discover the creator that is within you. So you will know that this world is an outer projection of yourself. It's a virtual reality that you're beholding. And that is why we are living in an age whereby they want you to put something over your face and behold a virtual reality that is keeping you looking outwardly. And this kind of behavior has been happening all the time through science and technology, whereby the television and many other things were used to program the people to keep them in the 3D world, in the 3-dimensional world, when there's a world of possibilities downloaded within you. So I'm going to show you where the Bible tells you that this world is downloaded within you. And if you look at a flash drive, you cannot just look at a flash drive and behold what is downloaded in the flash drive. You have to insert the flash drive in the computer before it can bring forth the projection of everything that is within it. Also, everything that you behold on the outside is right here in a realm that you are not seeing it. For example, vehicles are running right here, planes, jet, everything, they are flying right here, right now. as I speak. But you're not seeing it. Flying cars are here right now, but you're not seeing it. So it takes people to rise to the occasion in terms of lifting their energy, their vibration, and their frequency, so they can attract that frequency with the idea that we refer to as innovation, with the idea as we refer to as invention or the discovery of. So, my brothers, my sisters, the most important thing for you to discover is that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, and that there's only God in the world. And you have to use your consciousness to create your reality consciously. So I'm going to go into the Bible in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I'm going to read from verses 11 to verses 15 for you, so you will understand me a little bit more clearly, and it will help you to understand how Neville Goddard came to the reality that God in man is man's imagination, and how he would have written the book, The Power of Awareness, and bring you to the meta secret of you discovering that you are God. And that is why many people cannot fathom the truth that they are God having a human experience, because they do not know that we are living in a simulation. They do not know anything about the holographic universe. They do not realize that this is just an outer projection of that which is within. But I'm going to go in the Bible today and prove it for you. Okay? So Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 11. And I'm reading from my Bible, which is the 66 Books of Magic. The Overcomer's Bible, which is the No Jesus Bible, where I would have removed Jesus and I leave a blank space for you to write your name, which is I am. For I am is the name of God from generation to generation. And you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So it doesn't matter which race you come from, which ethnicity, or your geographical place of living. Once you put I am in that blank space, you are claiming that the Bible is your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. So there's no racism when you read in the Bible. There's no division. There is no peculiar people or special people or anyone who you can say that they are the chosen of God and the others are not. It's all about you. We are all one. Okay? So let us remove all form of division and all form of lie that they would have used to keep you from discovering who you are. Okay, now, Ecclesiastes 3 verses 11, let me read here. He says there, he hath made everything beautiful in his time. And here it is speaking about the creative power that is within you. Also, he hath set the world in their heart, in your subconscious mind. And that is why a pregnant woman, when she's just pregnant, it's just a heartbeat. You can hear everything start from the heart. Every birth starts from a heartbeat. Everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And you are actually a mass of energy. And you are vibrating. Okay? And you have to be always in the right vibration that will bring you into discovering who you are. So it says here, also he had set the world in their heart, which means even eternity is downloaded within you. Everything is within you. The world is within you. So that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. So it is saying that eternity is downloaded within you. So when you talk about the beginning and the end, your birth here to have this human experience and your death, the mystery is wrapped up and tied up within you. The pearl of great price is within you. The greatest mystery can never be known intellectually. It only can be by experience. And that is the whole story of St. John chapter 3. And many people like to quote John 3:16, not having the right understanding that they are the only begotten Son. And that it is love that brings us here to experience the world. And he that believeth in himself, he will not perish, he would have eternal life because he would discover his eternal self, his higher self. Okay, so it says here, again, let me just read it back, verses 11 for you. He had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he had set the world in their heart, so that no man can find all the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. You have to discover that you are God to understand the work. You have to awaken from the dream of life, from amnesia. And everyone of us born in a state of amnesia. That's why you cannot remember when you was a month old or 2 months old or 6 months or even 12 months, even up to 24 months. You cannot remember anything. Okay, let me go on to verses 12. He say, I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life. You are here to enjoy life. You are here to do good. You are here to expand and to grow. You are here to tap into your creativity and use your creativity for the upliftment of humanity. You come here to enjoy the world. You didn't come here to live in a mindset of lack, doubt, fear, guilt, shame, mediocrity, poverty, and mental slavery. But unfortunately, we see that is the life that they want to keep you by giving you religion, especially secular Christianity, that's pointing you to look outwardly. Okay? So we are here to enjoy ourselves and to live the best version of ourselves here. Okay, verses 13. He says, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. How are you going to labor? You're going to labor by first of all tapping in to your true self, your creative self, and use your mind power to achieve your every desire, because everything in this world that we depend upon, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined. And St. John 1 and 3 tells you that all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. And I'm saying to you that him is not speaking of a man 2,000 years ago named Jesus. That him is only a personification that represents the human imagination, teaching you that everything that has ever been made, it was first imagined. And everything that will ever, that is ever going to be made, it had to first be imagined, it had to first be a thought or first an idea. So God and man is definitely man's imagination. And that is the gift of God. So he says here, let me just read it again. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. So it is the gift of God for you to prosper, for you to grow, for you to expand, and for you to be a conscious creator. And the system do not want you to know that you are a conscious creator. That is why religious people will say to you that those who teach the law of attraction, how they are occultists and all of these things, and they fail to realize that occult just means that which is hidden. So there are things that are hidden from the masses, but there are teachers who are always here to inspire you and to point you to look within yourself, to discover your prophetic self, the side of you whereby you can call those things that be not as though they are. You can prophesy your life whichever way you want it to be. It is your birthright. Verses 14 say, I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever, because God is perfect. Okay, discover your perfect self, your higher self. Stop condemning yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Remove all betrayal of self. Remove your Judas mentality from you. He said nothing can be put to it. You can't add. Nor anything taken away from it. Because there's only God in the world. And God doeth it that men should fear before him. It really means here that men would know that God and man are one. That man would know that there's nothing higher than life. And God is life. That is why the greatest thing any religious person can say that God can give to them is eternal life. Why? Because there's nothing higher than life. So the life that is within you must be embraced and be accepted as your God self, your higher self. And use your life to inspire others. Use your life to help, to uplift others, and to heal them of their mental diseases that is causing all the other disease in the physical realm and also the psychological realm. Okay? Verses 15 say, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and God required that which is past. It is teaching you that there is nothing new under the sun. So what I'm saying to you here, it's not new. These things have always been here, but it takes free thinkers to discover these things, because the system has been set up for you not to think for yourself. But I'm here to say to you, my brother, my sisters, you have to learn to think for yourself. You have to learn to believe in yourself. You have to learn to embrace yourself. And you have to accept the fact that this world is an illusionary world. For example, when you fall asleep, where does your job go? Where does all of the things that you possess in this world, where does it go? And why do you have dreams? And you can see, you can taste, you can touch, you can smell, you can do all these things in a dream. Why? Because God is the dreamer in you. And one of these days, that dreamer in you would awake. And when you awake from the dream of life, you will know that you are God in flesh, having a human experience. That is why, my brother, my sisters, I want to just encourage you to continue to believe these truths concerning this virtual reality, concerning this world, the Maya being an illusion, concerning the holographic universe. Okay, so my brother, my sisters, tap into your higher self and understand that you're living in an imaginary world, and live from the place of your imagination. Trust your imagination. And so when Neville Goddard tells you to go in your imagination and live from the end, it is because you have to have this kind of understanding to see yourself being, doing, and having that which you desire, living in the present tense, because we are only living in the now. There's always now. If you're going to say the past or the present or the future, you have to be in the now to say it. So there's only now. And there is power in living in the now and knowing that you're living in the now. So claim your abundance now. Claim your manifestation now. Do your affirmations now. And always believe it. And when you believe it, that is you living from the end. That is you being transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because when your mind is being renewed, the process of transmutation is taking place. So be a conscious creator by tapping into your higher self. So use the mirror and look into the mirror and say the most positive things that you can say to yourself. It's a good way to start. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I want to say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if it really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram or you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at Black Mad Guru. And if you feel strongly led to support this work because it's beneficial to you, I just want to remind you that we have a PayPal and that the link is always down below. Also, you can choose to be a part of our Patreon community and let us work along together as you support this work continually, and we work together for the upliftment and advancement of all of humanity, because we want each and everyone to come to realize that their true identity is actually their divinity. That is why I'm pointing each and everyone to look inwardly. Also, I have a $20 course I call the Inner Sun Science and Technology to create your reality consciously. And again, it is me pointing you to look inwardly to discover that there's a light that is within you, and that light that is within you is the infinite intelligence that is within you, and it's actually a sun that is within you. And as you have a sun shining outside of you, it is only a projection of that which is within you. For as you can see, the sun is the giver of all life. For the sun is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. And the Bible refers to the sun as God in Psalms 84:11, where it said, the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. Common sense will teach you that the sun has never withhold any good thing from humanity. For the sun is what powers humanity and give all of humanity its energy. Then in Malachi 4:2, you're told also that the sun, the sun of righteousness, shall arise in you with healing in his wings. So healing and righteousness can only be found within you. And when you discover that sun that is within you, you would emulate that life of the sun that you're seeing on the outside. That is why you're told that let your light so shine before the world that the world would see. So as you see the sun shines upon nature and nature brings forth bountifully, so too when you are in alignment with your inner self, so too your life will bring forth bountifully, and you will help to uplift humanity. Your life would be of more value because you tap into your creativity. You would have found your purpose, and when you find your purpose or your calling or your gift, it would definitely open doors for you. Many opportunities would come your way. So if you feel strong enough to listen to those videos, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. At this time, I just want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.